Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Start Speaking podcast. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Matt. Today's episode is special. It's all about practicing English alone.
Do you feel stuck because you don't have a partner to practice with?
Don't worry, you can still improve your speaking every day, even by yourself.
By the end of this episode, you'll know a simple routine you can follow alone.
Yes, and if you practice this routine daily, your English will get stronger and more natural.
Matt, have you ever practiced a language alone?
Yes, when I studied Spanish, I used to talk to myself around the house.
I did the same with French. I described what I was doing, like I'm making coffee or I'm opening the window.
That's a great trick. It makes your brain think in English without waiting for a partner.
Exactly. Another thing I did was shadowing, listening to short audio and repeating it out loud.
Yes, shadowing is powerful. It helps with pronunciation and rhythm.
And it's easy to do. Just choose a podcast, movie line, or even a song.
When you practice alone, the important thing is consistency, not perfection.
Right. Even 5 minutes a day can make a big difference.
It's like going to the gym. Small, regular practice builds strength over time.
I also like recording myself speaking. Then I listen and notice small mistakes.
Yes, it feels strange at first, but it really helps you hear your own progress.
Sometimes I also pretend I'm in a real situation. For example, ordering food at a restaurant.
That's fun. I do that with travel situations, like asking for directions or checking in at the airport.
It makes practice more realistic and prepares you for the real world.
Exactly. And you don't need anyone else, just your imagination.
Another trick is to ask yourself questions and answer them, like, what did I do yesterday?
Yes. Or what will I do tomorrow? It's simple, but it makes your brain create sentences.
So really, there are many ways to practice alone. You just need to start.
And trust that every small action improves your English step by step.
Matt, do you think it's better to practice in the morning or at night?
Good question. I like mornings because my mind is fresh.
I prefer evenings. I feel more relaxed and free to make mistakes.
That's true. The best time is the time you can do it every day.
Exactly. Consistency is more important than the hour.
Sometimes I practice while walking outside. I look at things and name them in English.
That's a great idea. I do the same in the supermarket. I say the names of the food in English.
Yes, it turns daily life into practice time.
And it keeps your brain active without feeling like study.
Another trick I use is setting a timer for 2 minutes and speaking nonstop.
Oh, I love that. I sometimes record myself for 1 minute and then try again to improve.
It's amazing how much progress you see in just a week.
Yes, and the recordings show you that your English is really growing.
I also like using mirrors. Speaking in front of a mirror makes me more confident.
That's true. You see your expressions and it feels like a real conversation.
And the more real you make the practice, the faster you improve. So the secret is find small, simple ways to add English into your daily life.
Exactly. Practice alone, but practice often. That's the key. One easy way to practice alone is to describe your daily actions out loud. For example, when you wake up, say, I'm brushing my teeth, or I'm making coffee. This helps you connect English to real life, and the more you repeat, the more natural it becomes. You don't need special time, just use the moments from your day. Another great tip is to record yourself speaking. Choose a topic, like your weekend or your favorite food, and talk for 1 or 2 minutes. Don't stop if you make a mistake. Keep going. Later, listen to the recording. You will hear your mistakes, but you will also notice your progress. This builds confidence and shows that your English is improving. Finally, use questions to practice conversations with yourself. Ask simple things like, what did I do yesterday? Or what will I do tomorrow? Then answer in full sentences. You can even play both roles, ask and answer. It might feel funny, but it's very effective. Practicing questions prepares you for real conversations with other people. Now let's bring in Joseph. He always helps us with grammar tips that make speaking easier.
Yes, and today he'll show us how grammar can help when you practice alone. Welcome, Joseph.
Hi, everyone. When you practice alone, grammar can really be your best friend. Many learners think grammar is only about writing, but actually, you can use it to train your speaking every single day. My first tip is to practice with questions and answers in the present simple. Don't just say single words like coffee or work. Make full sentences. Ask yourself, what do I do every morning? And then answer, I drink coffee, I check my phone, I go to work. You can also ask, what do I usually eat for lunch? And answer, I eat pasta, I eat salad, sometimes I eat a sandwich. This way, you create the habit of answering in complete sentences, just like in a real conversation. Another great exercise is to use the past tense to review your day. Before bed, speak out loud and tell the story of your day. For example, I woke up at 7, I took a shower, I studied English for 20 minutes. I watched a movie. Keep it short and simple. You don't need big words, just clear actions. You can also ask yourself, what did I do yesterday? And answer, I visited my friend, I went shopping, I cooked dinner. This helps you connect daily life with English and makes past tense natural for you. Finally, use the future tense to talk about your plans. In the morning, you can say, today I will study English. I will call my friend. I will cook pasta. Or use going to. I'm going to watch a movie. I'm going to clean the house. You can also ask yourself, what am I going to do this weekend? And answer, I'm going to visit my family. I'm going to relax. If you practice the present, past, and future every day, you train your brain to move between tenses quickly. Over time, you won't have to think about grammar rules. The sentences will come naturally.
Thanks, Joseph. That's so practical. You gave us a full mini routine to practice grammar alone.
Yes, and I think our listeners can start using these exercises today. Thanks for joining us. Natalie, what other activities can people do alone?
They can record themselves speaking and listen back. It feels strange at first, but it really helps.
Yes, you hear your mistakes and also your progress.
Another idea is to keep a speaking diary. Every day, talk for 1 minute about your day.
That's perfect, and with time, 1 minute becomes 2 or 3.
Exactly. And you can choose a different topic every day, like food, work, or hobbies.
I also like practicing questions. For example, I ask myself, what did I do yesterday? And then answer.
That's great. You can even play both roles, ask and answer.
Yes, it sounds funny, but it works.
The important thing is to speak out loud, not just think in English.
I agree. Thinking in English is good, but speaking trains your mouth and brain together.
Right. Even whispering is better than saying nothing at all.
Sometimes I practice while cooking. I describe the steps. I cut the onion. I add salt.
That's a great way to connect English with daily actions.
Another thing I do is repeat TV or movie lines. It feels like I'm part of the scene.
Yes, that's called shadowing, and it really improves pronunciation and rhythm.
Exactly, and you don't need to understand every word. Just copy the sound and intonation.
I also like setting a timer for 2 minutes and speaking nonstop about a topic.
That's powerful. It forces you to keep going and not stop to translate.
So, no matter the method, diary, question, shadowing, or self-talk, the secret is to do it every day.
Yes, little by little, your English becomes automatic. One great way to practice alone is to use objects around you. Pick something in your room, like a book or a chair, and describe it in English. For example, the book is on the table. The chair is black. The window is open. You can start with easy sentences and then add details like, the book is new. I bought it last week. This makes your vocabulary stronger and connects English to things you see every day. Another useful tip is to practice telling short stories. Choose a memory, maybe your lost weekend or a funny moment with a friend, and tell the story out loud. It doesn't need to be long, just 3 or 4 sentences is enough. For example, last Saturday, I went to the park. I met my friend, we ate ice cream, and talked for an hour. Telling stories trains you to connect sentences, not just say single phrases. Finally, use thinking in English moments during the day. For example, when you're waiting for the bus or cooking, try to think, what am I doing now? What will I do later? You can also imagine a conversation and play both parts in your head. This mental practice prepares your brain so that when you speak out loud, the words come faster and easier.
Before we finish today's episode, we want to give you something very practical.
Yes, a simple step-by-step routine you can follow alone every day to practice your English.
It doesn't take much time, but if you repeat it daily, you'll see real progress in your speaking.
So grab this routine and make it part of your life. Let's go.
Here's today's tip. Create a small routine you can repeat every day. Don't wait for the perfect time. Even 5 minutes can change your English if you do it daily.
Yes, and let's give you a simple step-by-step. Step 1. Describe your day in English. For example, I woke up at 7, I ate breakfast, I went to work. Keep it short, but say it out loud.
Step 2. Shadow a short audio. Choose one line from a podcast, movie, or song and repeat it exactly as you hear it. This will train your pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence.
Step 3. Record yourself for 1 minute. Pick a topic, maybe your favorite food, your job, or your weekend plans, and just talk. Don't stop if you make mistakes. Just keep speaking.
And step 4, listen back to your recording. Notice one small thing you can improve, but also notice what you did well. This way you stay motivated and positive.
The key is not perfection, but repetition. If you do these 4 steps every day, your brain will get used to speaking English naturally.
Exactly. Trust the process. Every small action builds your confidence.
Today, you learned how to practice English alone with a simple routine.
Now it's your turn. Choose one activity from today and try it right after this episode.
And don't forget to subscribe and check out our other episodes for more real-life English practice.
See you in the next episode and start speaking.